Welcome back to the workshop, everybody. So glad you could be with me today. Walter here at the workbench. I hope my voice isn't too scratchy. I had to clean out the hayloft today and get ready for the hay coming in for the critters. And I'm allergic to grass, so it's a little bit rough in there right now. Today's wood is southern yellow pine. And today's topic is all about time. Time affects everything. It will either prove everything right, or it will prove everything wrong, or it will alter things. For instance, right here, on the top edge here, it's lighter in color. That's because I waxed the ends of this with hot melt wax many years ago. In fact, these are probably a good 35, 36 years old. Came from some land I used to own down in Dover, Delaware. I think it was actually Ellenville. I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I've owned the land. We cut one tree down and I processed the wood. And back then, all we had was used candle wax. We didn't have anchor seal available to the majority of people. Not like today, you call up a supplier, you buy a gallon or two, and you're good to go. So time, keep that. That's going to be a recurring theme here tonight. So, when you're doing your woodworking, if you're doing it as a hobby, you can take time and slow down. If you're doing it for a living, you're going to have to find ways to make it efficient and or profitable. You can make a living woodworking actually doing less work. What would you rather do? Make 1,000 tables a year at $100 a piece, or make 10 tables at $10,000 a piece? It depends on your market. It depends what you're trying to do. If you want to bang out picnic tables at a $50 a piece profit, and you're happy doing that, you're going to have to sell 4 a day to pay your bills. It's totally part of your process. So, time will oxidize wood. Time will prove things right or wrong. Time will either change things or cause things to be changed. So, this and this are probably one of the first tools I ever bought. They're close to 40 plus years old. Missing some bristles, chewed up on a corner by either cat or dog or whatever, mice, I don't know. Rusty, does have a W on it. That's always good. I could buy new ones, but they're not redundant. They will work. Maybe someday when I'm gone, family will just throw it in the trash or throw it in an auction pile, okay? But for me, it's perfectly fine. Time. Remember, I said time is a recurring theme tonight. Here are some more of the postcards for the plane giveaway. Postcards take time. This one came all the way from Israel. This one is from Marionville, Missouri. Something about the white squirrel. See the white squirrel? This one is Maryland. Farms and seashore, sailing vessels. They have a harbor. Annapolis is there. Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania Round Barn. Kansas. American bison or buffalo. Here's our good old friend, Smokey Bear saying thanks for helping prevent forest fires. This one came from Nashville, Tennessee. Here's a pretty ocean and cloud shot of St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Here's one. This is the Monon Station in Salem, Indiana, built 1909. So time. It took people time to find the postcards, put the address on it, put a stamp on the back, write a little note, pop them in the mail. Then it took time for the mail for them to get here. And then it took time for me to go get them. But I'll take one postcard over 1,000 email any day. It shows me that people are willing to take time. So that's about it really for today. Southern yellow pine, the hard pine of the South. It's a great pine for workbenches. It's a great pine for stair treads. It's a great pine for building homes. It's strong, it's hard. Also, southern yellow pine contributes to making turpentine and pine pitch and resin or rosin. Time. There once was a time this plane was bright and clean and new. Now it's oiled and dirty and getting a shine. Time. When you're working your work, one of the first things, here's a tip. When you're working wood and you get a new wood for the first time, be it cherry, red oak, white oak, maple, birch, beech, ash, walnut, or even purple heart, cocobolo, padauk, yellow wood, canary wood. There is one exotic called tulip. It's red and white stripe. American poplar, which is tulip wood. Take a piece. Come up with some sort of dimension that you want to keep. Could be 3 by 5 like an index card. And make them all 1/4 inch thick or 1/2 inch thick or whatever. Plane them and don't do anything else to them. And stand them on a shelf in a room where the sun comes in. Over time, they will all begin to oxidize. Over time, almost all wood turns some form of a muddy brown. Some stay whiter, some get darker. You put linseed oil on it, they'll get darker. You put some sort of blonde shellac on it and keep them out of the sunlight, they'll stay lighter. Holly will stay brighter. The sapwood and tulip poplar will stay whiter, but the green heartwood will go brown. Time. Look at this piece. I've just planed a little bit on this surface and this surface. But this is what it looked like here, coming out of the loft after nearly 40 years. Time. Southern yellow pine. Head out to your shop. Go make some shavings. Walter out.